It looks like we're all set up, and the StreamYard is telling me we are live. Good afternoon, everyone. This is L.W. Smith II, your manager here at Ancient Oaks RV Resort, and open up for the Friday Managers Q&A session. Just getting on here and waiting for a few people to come in. So I hope everybody's having a great day and looking forward to this weekend. Of course, it looks like it's going to cool down just a bit again for us. Not your typical Florida, well, it is kind of typical Florida winter weather. It'll get down in the 40s for a few nights and warm back up. At least we pretty much have had pretty decent days. We've had a couple gray days lately, a little bit of rain, but not bad at all. So you're welcome to comment, ask any questions. I don't think you have to connect with StreamYard anymore to make sure that that you're seen, that your name is seen. I think they fixed that. But if you have problems, I'll pop on the banner here that tells you how to get your name and avatar along when you make a comment. One thing I'll start out with uh, on Wednesday, the board had their organizational meeting. See if you can read that okay. I'll hold it off to the side. And I posted that. It's on the Facebook page. And oh, hi, Jeanette and Charlotte Jones. Hi there. And I'll read you the results of the organizational meeting. The Don Tucker is president. Sherry Boggs is vice president. Joyce Weaver is secretary. Paul Wilcox is the treasurer. And George Krummenacker is the member at large. So there's your board. I did put it on the Facebook page. I did ask Dennis to put it on the Ancient Oaks website and posted it on the up here at the office. And this afternoon I'll post it down at the clubhouse. So in case you have any, if you're like me, you can't remember 10 minutes ago some things that you just got told. So okay, let's see. Let's pop this up here so people can remember that. Barbara Dill's on, and here she's at with Henry at rehab. He's doing better. Thanks everyone for your prayers. Let's remember to keep Henry in prayer. And we got hello from Sig, and like I mentioned, Charlotte Jones and Jeanette from Canada. 40 degrees today. That's their high, and that's our low. Alrighty, and we'll put that. Okay, that was the first item of business. Next item of business, we are still looking for additional folks to volunteer to be on the social committee and to assist the social committee with everything that goes on to be able to put things on. Now, I don't have I guess we have the 3I tonight. It's either tonight, oh, it's tomorrow night. Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa. That dinner is tomorrow night. Oh, speaking of the social committee and us, they did put on the BG concert this last week. I got to enjoy that. Kathy and I came, and that was a very good concert. Okay, now to get on to a couple things. It's kind of like housekeeping for the park. Hi, Janice. Janice Cowan is watching. Hi there. Okay. Um, we had another problem last week with a golf cart being stolen. This though, I I just want to say it. This was not from people outside the park. Very likely, it was a person in. Have good information that it was a person from inside the park, and so there isn't much as far as keep that type of people out. We will do our best now to go make the owner that invited this had this person in here. Um, there's certain steps that we can do as a association and a board and a hearing committee about violations of our rules and regulations, and they will be facing the music on that. That's all I'm going to say about that, because it's all has to go through the hearing board and hearing committee and official channels, and I don't want to say anything out of school here that can be taken as uh, anything they actionable by any lawyer, I guess you can say it. Uh, I got notified that here 3I night is taking money at the door, and also to go if anyone is interested. So I'll pop this back up later on to before I sign off today. Along that line of that problem, I have proposed, and the board has agreed with me. We're going to put uh, 4 additional cameras at the entrance to cover the entrance better, and because the cameras will be closer to the cars than what we currently have. As they're exiting right now, we don't have a very good shot. We also will be putting up additional lights up here at the entrance to light this area up a lot, so that the cameras also get a better picture of who might be taking something out. This will be helping maybe catching somebody, but more so as a deterrent that people know that there are cameras on them and there's lights on them. A big thing though, to make sure that for your golf carts not to get stolen, is to take some steps yourself. Change the key from the standard key that fits 500,000 other golf carts of the same brand to an individual key. I install a kill switch also for your own house, lights, and possibly a camera. They're not that expensive. You can get them definitely under $100, and those would help to deter the thieves from taking. They're going to take the easy ones. A chain, the last thing you do at night, chain it up. That goes for your bikes and for your golf carts. Those are the 2 things that seem to get stolen. And it's not only happening in our park, but it happens in other parks too. Sure, okay. All right. That's the one thing there. Another thing I need to make note of, anything, and this is a part of being in an association and in a condominium. If you do anything on the outside of your unit or on your lot, planting, changing stuff around, changing colors, you do need to put in a site modification. I get to them as quickly as I can. Sometimes you might hit me at a busy moment when I have a few days that I can't get back at, but I get to them as uh, quickly as I can. I typically get them done in a couple of days, and which is a lot better than what it used to be. It used to be several weeks sometimes. So remember that site modification forms. Also, we've had a few people want to put up these dining fly gazebos, and that is one thing that the board is not allowing. We have uh, there's rules against that. It's not in the regulations. There's rules against putting those up, so they are not allowed. A tent or temporary structure like that, because a dining fly is basically along the same design as a tent. Uh, it's not allowed. And let's see. Oh, one other thing, Tammy wanted me to make sure I mentioned that is getting close to the end of the month of January. We don't want you to get hit with a late fee. If you have not gotten in your payment, that's we expect for January that pays you up to April, that needs to be in by the end of this month. Otherwise, February 1st, the late fee gets tacked on. And we don't want to see anybody have to pay a late fee. So remember to get those in. Uh, we have many properties. It seems like every day or so or every week, properties are selling left and right in here, and so lots have been happening on that. So you'll have new neighbors that you can get to know, and let's all welcome our new neighbors and any of those new neighbors that may be watching here, I'll welcome you myself. I've talked to pretty much almost everyone that has come in. We are going to, as the board, and we're getting that. I know we tried it once. One time there was a notice that we wanted to make it for new people coming in that they actually had to be approved, and that the only reason is for this. We want to make sure that any people that come into the park are in addition to the park, and after several instances where we weren't able to say anything for either somebody buying or somebody renting, it ended up costing us a fair amount of money and a whole lot of time. So we would like to, I would like to see that ballot brought back up again and passed. So you probably, hopefully, we will see that yet this year. If nothing, uh, otherwise, maybe over the summer we will uh, send out the ballot and have the ballots available here. I think it's a ballot vote on that because it's a major change to our documents. So we will be doing that. So you'll be hearing about that, and I think everybody understands the reason why, and just to protect the integrity of our park. So there's that. There's enough on that. All right. Do we have any questions? Uh, Anything else, or any other? Somebody got any announcements that they thought that hasn't been made and need to make? Well, we can do that now while we got this broadcast going. And it looks like we have 27 people on. Like I said, welcome everybody. I'm looking out the window. I haven't been only been outside once today, but it appears to be a nice day going on, and like this weather. Yesterday, I took Chris and Adam over. We had get them a class for what we call the limited commercial landscape maintenance license, and that is so learn about pesticide application and uh, herbicide application, uh, getting our people educated and licensed, which does good for the park, makes bringing up the professionalism here. So, okay, well, let's see, let's remind this again. The 3I night is taking money at the door and also to go if anyone is interested. And okay, there's very clear. Okay, thumbs up. All right. Remember Henry? He's at rehab. Barbara's there watching. And I don't know if I showed Jeanette's cold in Canada today. You know, it's above 40. Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius, Jeanette? That must be Fahrenheit because 40 Celsius would be awful warm. I had to think for a second there. If 0 Celsius is freezing, if I remember correctly, 100 Celsius is water is boiling. So that'd be almost in the hundreds. So I guess it was, or at least in the 90s, it was 40 degrees Celsius in Canada. So it must be Fahrenheit. If you need to contact me, let's go over to banners. Here is my email. That is my manager at aoaks.net. The email comes to the computer right there, and I'll take care of it from there as quickly as possible. If you have an emergency, you have my phone numbers available, or if you need to get a hold of me through messaging or messenger, but I prefer those are for emergencies on the weekends. That regular correspondence and all that you use this right there, use this to contact me. That way also it is much easier to print off something if I need to keep a paper record of it, or if I need to show other people uh, and pass it around. That is much better. Messenger is not handy for that type of communication. And of course, your text messaging is awful hard also to print off also. Okay, we've got that. Let's go back to comments. I got somebody else. All right, here's another note on the that. For the 3i night menu, it's $9. You get homemade chicken noodles, coleslaw, green beans, etc. Yummy, and apple crisp for dessert. That is one of my favorites, apple crisp. Unfortunately, I can't eat the apple crisp from here. I'm gluten intolerant, but that's all right. My wife, Kathy, makes a mean apple crisp for me. Of course, I taught her how to do it. We use gluten-free power. Say that correctly. Gluten-free flours to make the pie crust, and for the on the top. And she's laughing at me. But it's true. She didn't bake too many pies before we met. And she's watching. She is sick today. She is at home. And so, okay. Now she says not. Aha. All right. Well, we'll leave that one alone, huh? Especially if I don't want to sleep in the doghouse tonight. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me here and for our question and answer period. Not too many questions tonight. A little bit of information. Like I said, I'll leave it open again. Anybody has any information they want to pass along or questions to ask me, doing our best to make this place here, this Ancient Oaks Park, a very nice place to live and enjoy your retirement and come down for, if you're only here for the 2 or 3 months, or if you're here for 6 months, or if you're here for the whole year. Just to try to make this a great place to be. There's a lot of great people in here. And I guess I could say even everybody is a great person. And thank you all. And let's just keep looking forward and doing our best for the this year. So thank you very much. And I'll sign off here and just you all have a great day, live long and prosper.